let's zero into the particular case. In your case, you gave instruction to your assistant. Yes or no?
Instruction that
They would be filling in for you in the tractor sale because you are busy at the commission. Yes or no?
No, sir. I said it again and again.
That's fine.
Was not from me, thank you.
That's fine. If the technical team could assist us play the testimony of both Ms. Bojang and Ms. Janneh before we proceed with our question. For the benefit of the witness. IT, your left in subscribe. Could we get advice whether it's ready or not? All right. So, while we give the technical team some time to set up the video, upon their return, it was you that asked for the report. Why was that? Sir, you're not speaking into your mic. So let me ask the questions again. When they came back, you asked for the report.
I did.
You did. Why?
Because they were supposed to submit a report after every free, even in our offices.
But you had no clue what was going on. Why were you expecting them to submit a report?
But they should through the secretariat to the commission.
They should.
Yes, they should.
And why should they?
It's appropriate. Obviously, they should report back to the commission through the secretariat. So this is why I'm even surprised, and I was surprised when I saw the report, and the report was addressed to the commission. It should have been the other way around, through the secretariat to report it, and then we pass it to the person or the commission.
So, is it that there was a delay in the report, that's why you approached them to ask them where the report was? Were you prompted by one of the commissioners?
Just maybe commissioners. And I also saw them after their return from the field. So they are the secretariat.
When did they return from the field?
When they reported back to the
commission? Was the commission sitting on weekend?
Weekend.
Just Monday to Friday. Friday was not so good. Today was half. Like, half. You can't remember.
Can't remember.
If
They
you
used
cannot,
to come on Friday.
if you cannot remember that,
Yeah.
I'm worried about your destiny.
Councils, there was no hearing on Friday. Public hearing stopped at 4.
But there was
So Monday
administrative issues.
Yeah.
You would go to
Yeah.
work on Friday.
Yeah.
And did they come to work on that Friday? They returned? Can you
I'm
recall?
not sure whether it was on that Friday or the Monday. Or on Monday. I'm not sure.
Okay. You see, what is still lingering? A few things are lingering in my head right now. But what is immediately lingering is, why did you ask them about the report? Now, I have suggested to you that perhaps it could have been late. But of course, it was not late. It was the first day they reported back. They would have submitted it the next day they reported. Now I can assume maybe the explanation they would give is that they were in the field. It was not a comfortable place to compile a report. So they took one day, which is reasonable, to compile a report and submitted it in the next.
I knew pretty well that the commission would ask.
You knew fully well that the
They will
commissioners
ask,
would ask.
yes.
But did they ask?
It wasn't bad to remind them of what they did.
No, it wasn't bad. In fact, that was your job. I agree with you. You should have asked. But then, it begs the question, why are you asking? Because you're the secretary, correct?
Yeah.
Then it means that you are aware of the instructions. Because you wouldn't ask about something, the instructions of which you have no clue about. That is your evidence. Correct?
I'm not surprised that they do it.
Who is doing it?
Yeah.
You're not surprised that Ms. Batu Drame and Keba Bojang are doing this. Why not? Why are you not surprised?
Well, because since the instruction was not coming from me, so why me?
No, Ms. Sir, you cannot get my
So
hopes up and give me that example. You just mentioned you're not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Why are you not surprised? It's very evident that you are holding something back,
Something,
Ms. Musa.
there's something that I didn't want to explain to this commission.
It's very apparent that you're holding something back.
Yes, because
Let me, Ms. Sir, can we
Counsel.
take it? Yes.
Counsel, he's withholding evidence.
Sorry, sir.
I'm not arguing. He said there is something that he doesn't want. Please, can you redirect her to that?
I'm coming on this. I'm coming. Because the thing, Keba was not in this time with me. You know, that's personal. That's why I did come, I didn't want to come out.
Well,
This is the reason why I said that I'm not surprised that this is.
okay. Keba, you have personal issues.
Yes, because the thing is, initially, when I was asked to make the success, the thinking was, we thought he was going to be was going to be the next secretary for the commission.
So that was the issue.
So the support I can say that this is the reason why I said that. Why I said.
Okay. You have given an account for Keba Boja. What about Party Drame? What does she have to gain?
Well, Pato and Keba are the same. They're friends now. They're the best of friends.
And that's the evidence you want us to take, because they're the best of friends, they stuck together. This is perjury. This is beyond friendship. This is a pre-booking at mile 2. I don't believe friendship would allow,
Would warrant,
would warrant
you
that.
know, I think why I said, that I'm not surprised. And something because the instruction was not from me.
So are you
So
saying that,
Honest enough.
Ms. R, are you saying that because you got the position, that is why the animosity was there?
a position that I didn't even want to do.
A position that you didn't
I
even
said-
take yourself to. You did not take yourself to, so you're not the person that the grievance should be directed at. I think
Exactly. I
Yes.
shouldn't be the
we are
one.
not bonding here,
But
Miss
I mean, the
Miss Sa.
support, even the support at the
Miss Sa.
secretariat level.
With all due respect
not
to you,
there.
I am not bonding here with you. In fact, I'm at odds with you. I'm struggling to understand why professionals would let what you have just stated come in between them. Yes, he might feel animosity, like we all do when somebody is put above us, who we don't think should be put above us. We would feel animosity. We would feel,
Especially when they were there.
yes, especially when they were there and you were not. You were in your comfort zone at MOJ. I can understand that they would feel some anger, some sort of emotion. But to warrant them to mislead the National Assembly,
I gave them the instruction.
that you gave them the instruction. I want to be hesitant unless you give us more. And from where I sit, Mr. It seems you know more. But you are still withholding something. But for now, I would before you say that on record, I know what you just said, but before you say that on record, I'll give you some time to think about it. If you don't want to think about it and you want to throw away my time, fine. You can state it again, what you just stated off record. But I believe you are withholding something.
Apart from this something,
Let's proceed to watch the videos. Technical team, please press play and get. Can we get a volume increase?
No, he was appointed to our supervisor, he was a continuity, so he took the role of the secretary.
And
Ramaswamy, who was the benefit of
we have this Ramaswamy slide before the committee. And they have testified. Mr. Can you hear? Is it audible? Technically, if we could wind it back to the beginning. And please get the video for Part with Rame ready so that we can take it in succession immediately. And they have this Mr. Go ahead. There's a question on the floor. Didn't you hear the question?
What
React to what Mr. Bojan said.
something like you said there was no meeting in the case. Not once, not twice. But I was not aware of any meeting that had taken place between me and the commissioner of training and case of the fact. But again, the fact is to this and RS 34, second paragraph of RS 34, to read it out for the committee, and I think about one, not once, but twice. And what's the second paragraph say? Look at what the second paragraph is saying, that the meeting was concluded, and this is a report that emanated from them. The report is from them, the two of them.
Mr.
And here they are saying
Mr.
that the meeting.
All right, I would still take your testimony and I'll allow you to go on. However, we are not taking the fact that the report is from them. The report is from the Secretariat and it's headed by you. This report cannot be properly filed at the Commission without your knowledge. Please proceed. The report, you are saying that the report is from them? Go on.
Thank you. And I said it. This second report, RX 34, I am not even copied in this report. RX 34. RX 39, I was copied in this particular report. But the report was not made available to me. It was not handed over to me.
Let's look at RF 39.
This is one of, I want to believe that this is one of the challenges of being a leader.
What is one of the challenges?
You will be accused of so many things, honestly.
Okay, let me be fair to you. Since you are the leader and we don't want to levy accusations. We want to establish facts. Now, it's a fact that you had control and custody of all documents of the commission. Can we establish that as a fact?
After the departure of my predecessor.
Say the whole sentence again.
After the departure of my predecessor.
So you agree? You agree? You were the controller and whom custody was bestowed upon.
Yes, I was busy, running the day-to-day activities of the commissioners, and there were some people responsible for them.
And can we also agree that if there is a document that the secretary wishes to find, that the secretary will find it?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
If there is a document submitted to the commission, it will pass through the secretary.
The secretariat, yes.
The secretary.
Yes.
That's true?
Yes.
If a document is also filed, it should pass through the secretary. Is that true or not?
Like I said, Council, there were some people responsible for, recording.
Can we answer that question first?
Yes.
If a document is filed, it should pass through the secretary. It should not skip this. There is no document that skips the secretary. Is there such a document?
There were instances when they were receiving some emails, reports, and maybe if I was too busy, then I'll not be able to see that one. Maybe until the following day or when I'm in need of that particular correspondence or whatever.
Yes, but that was an exception. The general rule is that all documents are seen by you. So, why is it that all documents would be seen by you, but you want the committee to believe that you have neither seen RF 39 nor RS 34, which are both comprehensive reports, one for the tractor sales only, the other for the tractor and vehicle sales.
Who knows? From other documents, I mean, there's possibility that I have not seen some other documents. It's not only about these two documents, the two reports that we are talking about, but there might be some other, letters that I have not seen, that we are addressed to the chairman or that we are speaking to them without my knowledge.
Are you saying that
we are discussing these two? Maybe that's the reason why.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is it not the protocol of your... There was a records office, correct?
The typists we are in charge.
Of what?
With the records.
What you have a records office at the ministry?
Yes.
What does that records office do?
They will repeat this information.
Was there a department or a unit akin to that records office? The commission? So who receives documents?
Those that we are assigned, that we are responsible for the documents at the secretary. We have our typists.
They were responsible to receive correspondence from outside.
Yes, record. And whenever the correspondence to be expired, we will also record and distribute.
So once those, you said two individuals.
Yes. ML2 used to be there. And that was the also leader from the village.
So there were two of them.
He was also supporting them.
There were two of them. Or there were more. I do not want to
About
list
2
them.
to 3.
2 to 3. Okay. Once those 2 to 3 individuals receive documents, what do they do with them?
They report. They
And then?
report every document that we receive.
And then?
If it is urgent, they will bring it to my attention.
If it is not urgent,
Then they will record and file.
and who is the custodian of files?
Yeah.
So everything you've said, there is no way for a document to miss you, unless, like you said, you're busy and you've told them to go ahead. You've sub-delegated. Speak to the mic. Yes, it's on, but speak to it. Bring it closer to you.
Honestly speaking, I can't even tell when this report was submitted to the board. God knows, maybe it was immediately after, or maybe shortly before the end of the semester.
Yes, but the Attorney General did
I
not put
understand,
God
yeah.
there. They put Ramatullah Sir.
But
The Attorney General did not put God there. And with all due respect, it was you who was put there.
that's good.
So it is not only God who should know, but you as secretary should know. No reaction.
That's okay. I don't think you take my answer.
What is your answer?
That I don't know where it was submitted with, secretariat.
My query is that you should know. You were a secretary.
That's good.
You should know.
That's good.
And
But
you
there was
asked,
so much to be done at that time because there was only 9 months left when I joined this.
yes, but you had assistants who could be easily delegated. And then if 7 years later, a committee of the National Assembly is set up to look into the activities you're doing, you could reliably tell us that I delegated those specific responsibilities to such and such a person. But not to tell us that the job was too much.
They concentrated more or less on the field. And when this report was written, they should have just they should just take a copy and hand over to me. Remember I asked them, when I saw them at the secretariat, that oh, you guys are bad. And I reminded them of the submission of the report. They should have just, get a copy and
Okay, let me
I would have
adventure.
taken it go through the
Fine, Miss Saab. Let me adventure on your journey of your testimony, saying that they were conniving against you. Let's say that they were conniving against you. Here, RS 39, they have filed something and they don't want the secretary to see it. It is filed, it's copied to the secretary, but a physical copy was not brought to the secretary. You are the custodian of documents. Once you should be going through, even if it's the next day or the subsequent day or 2 days ago, but you should be going through the correspondences that came in 2 days ago, 3 days ago, or that week. So at the end of the day, on the Friday, when you were doing your recounting of what occurred in that week, you would have seen the report, Ms. Saab.
Yes,
So even if your two assistants connived against you, once they filed and copied you, even if they did not hand a copy to you, but a copy was in file. And it's a fact that a copy was in file because you produced the files and RS 39 is the report. You are copied. It is dated the 10th of October 2018. Now, the week ending of that 10th of October, that weekend, probably the 14th of October 2018, you would have sat down and recount what occurred that week. And if you just did that, you would have seen this document. This document was in your custody from the 10th of October. Now, if I'm going by the record, only the record, I would say that the Secretariat has done its job.
Can I
Please do.
If these two reports were submitted to the Secretariat, they would have been stamped with the applicant, Commission of Inquiry stamp. But unfortunately, they were not.
Okay, let us adventure on that line again. You have a compilation of evidence before you. Those are all your submissions. Show me the stamp you're talking about. Yes, but you're not speaking to the mic, Ms. Sarah.
Sure.
You said these are copies, not original.
Yes, documents that I submitted here are not.
So we cannot see stamping copies. Mr. Do you know that you're sitting before a National Assembly committee? Because frankly, I am losing my patience. Do you know that you're sitting before a National Assembly committee?
I'm equally worried here. Because if these two reports were submitted immediately after, or at the time that they were supposed to submit it at the Secretariat, I would have seen them. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, let's look at this. Are you looking at RS 39? Now turn the page to the end of RS 39. What do you see? After the third page, what do you see?
The copy of the deposit slip.
Is there a stamp on that deposit slip?
But there's a logo.
Which logo?
The central bank logo.
Yes, but we are talking about your stamp. You said if you just told the committee that if it was submitted at that time, there would be a stamp. Now, you wouldn't get the central bank's document if they did not submit it to the commission. Where is the stamp? Please show us. Clearly not, Mr. There
was a commission of inquiry.
We don't doubt that. But where is the stamp on these documents? Please show us.
There's none.
There's none.
There's
Turn the
none.
page. Let's keep turning and see if we find the stamp. Look at RS 41. Secretary, can you help the witness to turn to RS 41? Please?
Yes, I'm on 41. Arrest.
RS31 is from,
41.
yes,
41.
41, that's fine. 41 is from Tangkung Pilot, right?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, it's to him, right? From the chairperson. There is no stamp. We'll talk about that later. That's not a big issue. But if you turn to 42 as well, it's a correspondence. I believe you were writing to the Solicitor General.
Was like an internal memo, which I of OBC.
Okay. But you go to 43 as well, there is no stamp. Now let's go back to RS39. Turn back to RS39. You are saying that if it was really submitted, there would be a stamp. But again, we have gone through series of evidence that are from the commission, to the commission. You know, correspondences from, to and fro the commission, no stamp. So that notion would not stand, would it? That all documents were stamped. Clearly, perhaps some documents were stamped and some were not. But what matters to me here, if you look at RS, both RS39 and RS34, is the Commission of Inquiry's font, is the Commission of Inquiry's style of writing, is the Commission of Inquiry's letterhead.
RS39.
Both RS39 and RS34. For in the case of RS34, there's a signature.
Yes, sir.
But in both cases, both Keba Bojang and Fatu Drame have confirmed that these are correspondences or reports from the commission, and they were done by them under your leadership. Now let's just listen to Fatu Drame so that we can deal with this issue completely.
But before that comes, I did put in the system, RS39, and sign. So it comes back to what I'm saying.
Do you want us to go on an expedition of how many documents were not signed? You see, the commission had its own style. We are not inquiring into why it had its own style. As long as the documents are accepted by officials of the commission to be their documents, the committee is satisfied. But I'll indulge nonetheless. Let's look at Secretariat. Does the witness have the 60 series of RF from RF 61 onwards? Sir, there is a submission that is full of memos. I thought it was the 60 series. I can't find it. But perhaps we can play the video in the meantime. And after the video, I will direct it to Thomas. Technical, please run the clip. IT.
Here is the same. It's two the factory.
From that time, you can see what it is.
The factory was in its time.
So you can start with one. So both the capital and the big picture, the instruction is emanated from the staff. You don't have a separate meeting for the people doing it.
No.
With that, and you what you're doing, you when you join us, you can start. But
Yes, when you come, you report back to her.
you can
Yes, the time when we come to the office, we speak, and then later on we write, we summarize that together.
But up to now, the experience of people, you're contributing to this number of violations.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, he will.
What happens to those violations?
Yeah, there were some that were delayed
Technical.
evaluation plan.
The video can be paused. Sir, you heard that loud and clear, but the instructions came from you for both your assistants. Please, yeah.
My reaction to her testimony will still be the same.
And when you say the same, you mean that Mr. Bojang was disgruntled that he did not get the job. And Ms. Janneh was so close to Mr. Bojang that she decided to aid him in his crusade of being disgruntled. That is what you want the committee to believe, correct?
Yes, sir.
Secretariat, in the meantime, if we could facilitate MOJ 8G1 for the witness. 8G1. It's in the MOJ 8 series. Yes, sir, I seem to recall that there were several memos that were not signed, but I've looked at the compilation I asked the Secretariat to give you, and to be fair to you, and to be fair to the record, all the ones I've seen there are signed. But again, I would be putting it to you again. If it's not an issue that we need to belabor over, but if I would like to hear what explanation you had to RS 39 because it was not signed. Please go ahead. The fact that it was not signed, are you saying that it was not submitted?
That's what I want to understand.
So how did you get it in? How was it in your submission?
And should I say this here? That I found copies of this report during our compilation after the completion of the commission. There was a time that we found all these things at the secretariat.
So
And I
again,
copied and kept my own full copy. I
again,
said it.
I would ask you again. How would this document be before me here today if it was not signed? Because the documents you compiled and submitted to the commission, to the committee rather, to this committee, are all the records of the commission.
Correct.
Now, if these are the records of the commission, it means this document was filed.
But not maybe after some time, or some weeks after, or whatever. But they were not. What I want to believe is that they were not filed immediately. If they were, I would have known something.
So,
Because they would have
and
recorded.
how would
recorded
have you known?
in our way books. But I found them at the end of the commission.
But how would they
And I
be
had to
recorded
copy
in
for
your
my
way?
own.
Miss Sir, they would not be recorded in your way, would they? These are internal memos. Do you record memos in your way book?
Yes, you do. You
Okay.
do something.
Do you have a copy of that way book?
Way book. Well, I handed over everything to the ministry when I was moved from the ministry to the ministry.
Okay.
Handed over everything to them.
Honorable Chair, I'll be making an application that the witness produce the way book and or facilitate the production of all the way books used by the commission.
Since you are still actively listed, please take note of that.
Just
At the end of your testimony, we'll put all the demands together.
Honorable Chair, can I comment? That's going to be very difficult thing for me because I left immediately after the conclusion of the commission, and that was way back in 2019. When I came back, there was this request from either the National Assembly or the Audit Office for some documents. And Mr. Binga at the time, the Director of Civil Investigation, asked me to help him. It was then that I had to take Mr. Binga to the store where everything was kept, and we found the door wide open. Some of the documents were lying on the floor, and I went back to this forensic report that I found the store that the executives from the Janneh Commission were kept wide open. It was not even locked, the door was wide open, and some of the documents were lying on the floor. We had to gather everything, some of the documents that we saw, put them in the back in the shelf, and some back in the box, and what we did.
Well, like
That
I
was in
said,
29.
like I said, you have not come to the end of your testimony, and there may be more demands. So take note of this as one of them. At the end, will determine the number of demands. Right? Then we can proceed.
Sir, just with your plea to the chair, I just noted one thing. You said the documents were scattered in the room and the door was left open.
Wide open.
Do you know the
When I
documents?
came back last year, August.
Do you know which documents are missing and which are not?
Honestly, I can't really tell because I left since 2019.
And you provided us 5 volumes of documents.
Most of these documents that I submitted to the commission are from my own personal file.
From your own personal file. Okay.
It was very difficult to get from the store where they were kept.
So you did not get any from the store?
It was very difficult. Even my original handing over from the Commission of Inquiry file. What I submitted here are my own documents that I kept at home.
You said here are your own copies that you
Some
kept
of
at
them are
home.
from the Commission of Inquiry.
Oh, now it's some.
At the record.
Okay.
I kept most of them.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Can you recall whether RS-34 and RS-39 were at home or at the MOJ? Of RS-34
Yes.
and RS-39. Sir, I don't understand where your testimony is going. But perhaps I might need intervention of a higher power myself today because I am
Counsel.
getting frustrated.
Counsel,
More
I said, what I said was, these 2 report copies, I saw them when we were trying to compile everything to hand over to the ministry.
And
That we
now
had
you've
photocopies.
mentioned Now you've mentioned that you saw original.
Yes, I have the original with me.
Yes,
That's
Mr.
what
But if
photocopy
you,
and put in my own personal
have the
file.
original, that means it was submitted to you. You have the original.
What I'm saying is it was not immediately, maybe after. It was submitted after.
Well, your evidence is speculative because you have just mentioned maybe. You're not sure.
Because
Fatu
they were not
Drame
there at
and
that
Mr.
time.
Keba Bojang have told us in definitive terms this is when they submitted. So are you saying that they did not submit then? Is that your definitive answer?
Thank you. If they were submitted.
They were submitted on that particular day. There's no if about it. That's the evidence we have. What is your response to that? Your two assistants have informed the committee that RS 39 was submitted on the 10th of October 2018 and RS 34, once they had completed vehicle sales, was incorporated to RS 39
Why didn't I-
to have a comprehensive report.
Like, you don't want to take my answer. I've been saying it since day one that I saw these two copies, two report copies. After the completion of this whole exercise, after the completion of the commission,
When the National Assembly asked you to produce them, that's when you saw it. 7 years later. However, my question is, my worry is, on Monday, the 9th of October 2018, you approached, I'm sure it was Ms. Drame you approached instead of Mr. Bojan, since you said Mr. Bojan had some animosity. Do you remember who you approached?
both of them stand here.
They sat side by side.
I'm a leader.
Indeed, you are a leader. And I am taking you as the leader. That's why I am putting questions to you.
Yes. I wouldn't want anyone to bring me down.
Great. And I admire that. I commend you for that. Did you speak to both of them as their leader?
I speak that.
At the same time? At the same time? Or in
Despite the
different
people,
times?
I
I think now you're answering your own question. I am asking questions. You're not answering. My question is, did you communicate to them at the same time or at different times?
cancel at the same time because we are all in the same place at the secretariat.
In the same cubicle?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the time you were informing them that they need to submit their report, they were both sitting
Together.
together. It's just the three of you sitting together.
No, I was in a separate. It was like a secretary. It was divided into.
Okay. I had noted that that's fine. I had noted that the honorable member wanted to interject. I would allow him to do so and then continue.
Thank you, Council. Miss Sir, can you recall any interaction that you have either with the team, the commissioners, or stakeholders with regard to the fact? Is there any time that can be?
Honorable, thank you for your comment section. I said it here. I said it that I was the one instructed with the 511.
The notice, apart from the notice?
Apart from the notice, I was also the one, I said it here, that wrote the letter to the Accountant General's Office for requesting for the cashiers and the council machine.
Taxes and accounting
Council
matters.
machine, yeah.
That is before,
That was before the sale.
that was before this.
Before the sale.
Did you have any other interactions with the commissioners, with your own staff, or your other stakeholders after the auction sale?
After the auction sale.
Yes.
Apart from welcoming them back from the commission. No.
How did you come to know about the total sales value
I read it from
from the report?
there.
This was
When
when?
I saw it, this was after the completion of the But
Okay,
I was
Council,
trying to compile.
can you provide RS 34 to the witness?
Secretariat
RS 34 is there.
No, 44. Go to RS 44.
be in that compilation.
It's your submission that you only knew about the sales value after the completion of the deal. Go to RS 44. I can give you my copy if you find it.
It's here. Yes.
Can you read RS 44 in full?
In full. The letter is dated the 24th November 2018, and it was addressed to the Accountant General's Office.
Can you have the mic
Tractor
closer to you? Can you have the
sale
mic closer?
proceeds. Despite several verbal reminders, the proceeds of $13 million from the last tractor sale held in October 2018 has still not been deposited in the Commission's account. That is the Ghana Commission of Inquiry Balance account. Assurances had been given that the money will be credited, which has so far been prepared. We trust that the above will be given utmost urgency, and we expect to receive a response within 2 working days from the date of receipt of this letter before the close of this year.
Complete.
And I sign.
No, complete.
Yours faithfully, and I sign.
No, I said read. Continue reading. Yours faithfully, the name there. And
The name, I said I signed it. Ramatullah Sal, Assistant Secretary Commission, City Commissioners, that asked me, instructed me to send the letter.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, it was an instruction from the Commissioner.
Earlier on, less than 5 minutes ago, you said you only came to know about the sales receipts of 13 million after the end of the commission that was in 2019. And this letter speaks contrary to that. And do you know where you knew about the 13 million?
Mm-hmm.
Go to RS 39. Just go to RS 39.
Yes.
Go to the last page of RS 39.
On the team 1.
Under team 2.
Team,
Under team 2. That's the last page of RS 39. Are you there? Under team
yes.
2.
Team 2 covers North Bank region.
No, just wait for it. Are you on the last page of RS 39?
Yes.
Read the second to last sentence that is in bold. It starts with grand total. Do you have it? You said it. Indeed, you are having RS 39, then that's
Yes,
the
this RS 39.
Yes. You have the summary. There's a summary attached. There's a summary attached to RS 39. Have you seen that summary?
Yes.
Yes.
Grand total from auction.
Yes. Can you read that in bold?
Grand total from auction sales is 39 million. 3,000.
And RS 39 is the comprehensive report that was written by Keba Bojan
Mm-hmm.
and Pat Ram.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I know it.
Yes, sir. Do you still stand by your submission that you only come to know of the sales proceeds of 13 million after the end of the Commission of Inquiry? You still stand by that?
Yes, sir, before you answer that,
Please, cancel.
I will-
Allow me. No, allow me. You've given her enough opportunities. Huh? Let her answer.
she needs to be cautioned, and then she can proceed. Because after if the answer is in the affirmative, I am making an affirmative. So if the caution could be
You'll have that opportunity. But you've been really patient,
Thank
and I think that time has gone. Mr. Answer the question. Do you still want to stand by your earlier submission that you only come to know of the sales proceeds after the end of the commission? I do not ask you for a narration. This is a simple question. Either a yes or a no. Do you still want to stand by that? That you only came to know of the 13 million after the end of the commission?
allow me to explain that. This attachment,
Miss Sir, you've explained. Explained again. You've explained since in the morning.
yes,
And I did ask you a question before confronting you with the facts. And you said you never knew that the sales proceeds were $13 million. And you provided a correspondence which was authored by yourself, sent to the accountant general, asking them to what lodge the money into the accounts. And if you read that correspondence, it said, despite several verbal reminders,
yes,
allow me, when was that correspondence sent? 21st of December. When did your team complete the sale? Or when did your team write the report? 10th of October. You set several verbal reminders, which means you were reminding the accountant general between October and December. This was just within 2 months. But it was so submission that you never knew anything about the sales. You never knew how much was the total sale. So now I'm asking, after reading your own letter, is it still your submission that you knew of the total sales value after the end of the commission? Answer that question later, you can explain. Answer that question. Is that still your submission?
I cannot say yes completely because this was signed
If
by
you cannot
yes.
say yes, then what are you saying? If you, no, wait. If you cannot say yes, then what are you saying?
Yes, this was signed by me.
I'm not asking you. Allow me, mister. Don't. I'm not asking you who authored the letter, because that's a given. You've unseen it. I'm asking you whether you still stand by your submission that you only came to know of the sales value after the end of the commission. That's what I'm
The
asking.
two reports.
I'm not-
Two reports.
Miss Sarah, don't mix apples and oranges. I'm not talking about reports. Allow me.
The commissioner.
Miss Sarah, allow me. Answer the question. I'm not asking you about the comprehensive report. What I'm asking you is, are you still standing by your own submission that you came to know of the sales value, sales proceeds of 13 million after the end of the commission? And do you know why I asked you that question? Because the sales value was only reported in the comprehensive report. And you denied knowing of the comprehensive report. Did counsel have pushed you? Allow me.
Sir, let's if you want to talk. It's a very simple question. Your own testimony. The honorable member is asking you, after putting these facts to you, do you still stand by your earlier statement? Position. Tell us yes or no, proceed. Please, we shouldn't waste time on this. Please.
Yes. Can I be explained?
You still stand by your earlier submission.
Yes.
Counsel, back to you. I'm done with the question. No, counsel will pick it up. Yes, back to you, counsel.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable Chair, you had mentioned that the witness should explain before I come.
Well, if you want us to do the same, fine. Absolutely.
Proceed, Mr.
I said it several times that I came across these two reports at the completion of the commission. But this letter, I was asked to send this letter by the commissioner to clarify and to clearly spell out the total figure here. That's the $13 million in here. Yes, but you know what? The two reports were addressed to them. So they already knew the total amount. So if they are dictating me to send out this letter to the Accountant General's office, they won't give me the total figure.
So your testimony is still that even though you
Can I continue? And I clearly stated here during my first testimony that it's a while ago. That was the reason why I said, if you have anything to refresh my memory, you can avail me a copy of what was being asked.
Now the honorable member has refreshed your memory, given you an opportunity, given you courtesy, and you still stand by your answer. But the evidence contained in RS 44 contradicts your testimony directly. The circumstances that you painted vis-a-vis what the committee has on record from your two assistants contradicts your evidence. Your own evidence is contradictory. Do you still stand by your answer, sir? That you did not see these reports? You offered a letter, and the contents of the letter are that there were several communications, albeit verbal, to the Accountant General's office. Now the communications will obviously come from the secretary, because you communicate. So you would have to be the one who verbally communicates to the Accountant General. Now, again, if you want the committee to believe that the chairperson or any of the commissioners told you that, call the Accountant General and ask where the 13 million is, I will tell you that that would not be satisfactory. Because you would have had to know the facts before you can hold a conversation with another professional from another institution. Because if you are asked which 13 million, you need to be able to substantiate that answer. So this committee will not take that you are merely instructed. Mr. The honorable member has pointed out to my patience, and I would be patient a bit more. Would you like to change your stance, or do you stick by your evidence?
Something, please, and I don't want to lie.
Sure, there is an application.
Madam Sir, just a very quick one. You said 13 million. Who gave you the source of the amount? If you say the commissioners, that might mean almost all of them. Who specifically gave you those figures? That is Suharata.
Please speak into the mic, Mr. Bring the mic close.
You said the chairperson.
Mr. I'll bring the mic closer to you. What you can do is, whoever you're facing at the time, let the mic face that person. So just tilt the mic towards the honorable member. Not okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it is. So it was the chairperson who communicated the figures to you. Did he reference from any report in terms of those figures, or he just said it to you from his head?
He just said it.
From his head. Where you?
He must have taken it from the report. That was submitted to him. Because the report was addressed.
Were you able to recover the 13 million from the Accountant General?
13 million, according to the accountant, was already the.
And so, you can go on and just be reminded of it already.
Honorable, if we could take the break from now, perhaps have a meeting, an in-house meeting on how to proceed with the witness. There is a clear conflict, and I don't think I can proceed with this conflict at hand. I am tempted to apply for contempt proceedings to ensue, but I would like to take advice of my team, the Secretariat, and the member.
Okay, very well. So we'll adjourn the session of the 3 o'clock. That's our break. Prayers session adjourned. Madam Sir, join us lunch at the usual